All right, so we're back here again, and we have another donation list. This is from Enbenitus, giving us a green-black rock list. And this one actually has Lurrus main deck, which I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of having Lurrus main deck because then you can buy back and get that recursion, and you're likely to find a bunch. But what's interesting is that if you have it just as your companion, your opponent can kind of play around it or try to pick off your singleton, where this, we have a variety of them. Now, the notes for this list basically said you can touch the lands or the sideboard, so we have a few cards that I do want to bring in, and a few suggestions chat's talked about, so let's talk about those real quick. One, I'm going to pull out a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I understand that we have 3 creature lands here, but I'm going to take one Hive Tyrant out for an Urborg. When you look at the list in general, we have all of this that's, you know, more or less black. I know Grist is here, but big, heavy black presence and a little bit of green in here, and the Endurance and the Grist. But these green components, they're much smaller, and a lot of them are 1-pipped. This one happens to be 2, but we got a lot more 2-pip stuff for the black sources. So land base seems to look appropriate for what we're expecting. I could see a second swamp here for Twilight Mire. I'm going to think about that while we talk about the rest here, but definitely could see that as just a way to avoid Blood Moon, considering you have a decent amount at double the pips. All right, so list is interesting. We got the Endurances here, main boarded. We have Tarmogoyf kind of as our punch engine. Tourach's 3 of, and Voidwalker's 4 of. We're basically playing, shall we say, a version of like what Rack is kind of turning into, but we've got the green splash here for just that extra oomph. Grist has been very good, and I do like to see a good old Liliana in the list. Now, sideboard-wise, I think we're a little overkill in terms of endurances. We have a 4th one here. Kind of almost the same concept with Tourach, although I've seen instances where you want that extra Tourach. So we're not going to touch Tourach, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Endurance for a Force of Vigor. The other things we kind of talked about is what do we do against maybe Burn? Obviously, we're going to take Dark Confidants out, and you're going to have some removal. We also talked a little bit about Tron. That seems to be covered by Assassin's Trophy. Our previous league, and this isn't always the best thing to do, but our previous league, we did run into a lot of things that Force of Vigor would have been good, and Hammer Time is a thing out there, so that would be fine. So I think I want to go ahead and bring in this other Force of Vigor. I'm kind of leaning towards taking the Tourach out. It's tough to say. Maybe an Engineered Explosive, although this gets rid of nice tokens. It really is tough to say. I don't think I want the extra Thoughtseize, so we can probably take that out and then get the Force of Vigor in. This last Weather the Storm, I'm really tempted to take one Veil of Summer out, and this is more because I struggle a little bit with this. I guess you can bring it in against the other Thoughtseize lists. That could be kind of cute. I want room for this one of Weather the Storm. I'm just afraid of a burn matchup. But if chat doesn't think we need it, then we can go without it. As far as lands, I'm really wanting one more swamp. My gut's telling me we should have one more swamp here. I feel like I'm supposed to take a Twilight Mire out for one more swamp. We'll see if it pays off or not. Obviously, we have the Urborg and now double swamp, but this just avoids Blood Moon. We do play a lot of Blood Moon after all. All right, suggestion from Hamster is cut an Assassin's Trophy for a little bit of life gain when we need it. Sounds great. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. It'd be kind of interesting to play something that gained us life that Lurrus could maybe recur. After all, one thing that no one sent me yet, but would be really fun to play is a good old Turbo Fog Spore Frog Lurrus list, but we'll get to that another night. This is the Benitus's green-black rock list. Once again, thank you so much for the donation. I do know that you're not able to watch in the evening, so this will be up on YouTube, so hopefully you'll enjoy. We'll have chat kind of interjecting some things here and there, and hopefully we'll get you a 3-2 or better tonight. Let's make it happen. Last God's Happy. No Yawgmoth in this one. What about playing Unearth? Not supposed to really touch the main board cards. Let me drop from this league because we made an adjustment. Thank you for my play points back. And let's make sure we have the right list. Urborg and Double Swamp, sounds good. So the note said to touch the lands and sideboard. I do like that though, just as a suggestion, maybe 1 or 2 unearths wouldn't be a bad thing. One caveat to that is if they see a bunch of Lurruses and a bunch of unearths, your opponent's definitely going to bring in Graveyard Hate, where this one, the Graveyard Hate actually doesn't really hurt you too much. You just play green-black rock and push in. So I like the idea. I don't think you need to in this list. If you wanted to, in a kind of weird Sultai kind of dealio, if you were big on Sultai cards and wanted to throw a couple Murktides at the top end and you wanted to play something like crazy with Neoform, that could be kind of fun. Your mana base goes out the window, though. All right, well, all right. Let's start. Nothing wrong with this hand. Got a removal. Got a way to check the opponent's hand. Getting ourselves warmed up. Opponent's on taxes. All right. Well, we'll steal their taxes then. Aether Vial, Aether Vial. This is the Cathar thing, which exiles and a giver. Honestly, I think the most dangerous thing here is probably Stoneforge. So let's take Stoneforge. They have enough lands to play most of their stuff. We'll battle. We'll battle here as we need fit. But I do think the Stoneforge is the most dangerous. It goes and gets probably something big and nasty. Opponent did not show us a Lurrus, so. All right, cool. We get another Inquisition here. We'll go ahead and fire that off. There's a Giver and the Brutal Cathar. I don't know. Just take the creatures. Leave them with a Giver. Got this Fatal Push. It's not bad. Kind of doing what we do. A Tourach wouldn't be bad here, by the way. Tourach being pro-white. Opponent, obviously. Obviously a fan of white cards. Go ahead and play Lurrus. Remember, not much can be grabbed here. This is going to be the Giver. You have a Plains and Unknown card in the draw. Looking fairly good. We'll probably use this Peat land here to draw. Maybe even just slap their Endurance in and try to get attacking. Ooh, Archon of Emeria. Okay. Well, Archon is interesting. I think they played this Plains. I think I'm going to pass because they can just do Giver protection. Maybe they attack me and I flash in an Endurance and attack this. Non-basic lands. GFRC, thanks for the follow. Field. I'm glad I have another basic, by the way. All right, let's see what they've got here. They can give it protection. They can give it protection here. Guess I'll take my graveyard. I could say none, but I don't mind some Inquisitions. They'll be dead cards later. It's my Peat land. Kind of wish I could do this, but and they have a 3-drop. Man, I can't Fatal Push this either. Kind of had everything there. Decided not to protect. All right, lands. Liliana downtick, cold Fatal Push. Not bad. Cycles a Horizon Canopy. They get a 2-drop. That's really nifty. Lean and Arbiter. Is that what they're losing? That is what they're losing. All right. So Giver is sticking around here, making my Fatal Push a little bit awkward. These have been all ripped off the top. Takes a draw. This is a 3-drop too. They attack here. This is first strike. It's kind of nasty. Gonna go no blocks. Another Giver. Well, I'm gonna kill this Giver. Back-to-back Giver is gonna be a little rough. Top. Voidwalker. Well, well, well. We can not race this. At least the Voidwalker gets kind of around some of this stuff here. Need another removal spell. It's going to have to go to the Giver, though. 3s and 2s for the Aether Vials. Only attacks with 2 in the air. It's a Fatal Push. They don't have anything in exile right now. Swing pass? Doesn't do anything. All right. Aether Vials are staying at 3 and 2, obviously. That's their game plan, clearly. Land drop. Tax in. End step, attempt to kill the Giver. Maybe they save it. They do not. All right, that's good for us. It's a layer. Might as well take a peek at what's over there. Basic planes. Attack for 3, pass turn. This layer might work for us. Right now there's just a Giver in exile. Well, F6, nothing for us to do here. Got a creature. Attacks for 5. We're at 8. Okay, we'll make this a 3/3 and attack for 9. It's not lethal, but hopefully we'll have this Lurrus gain us some life here. Here comes a 2-drop. Thalia is a really good one. So we gain nothing. They go to 4, though. They go to 4. Player land past the turn. Thalia was brutal. I have to just attack, right, though? You know. I'm at 1. I'm at 1, and I can attack for 4 here. I mean, I just boot this up, right? I guess I can boot it up for 2, right? No, I need to boot it all the way up to 4. We have to go for it. If they have a blocker, they just win. Dang. All right. Solitude's away, has the block here, and kills us. Okay. Well, we know what we're playing against. The Archon was a little bit rough, and a couple Givers. Maybe I should have stolen the Giver, but then they would have had the other creature. Tough to say. All right, definitely a Tourach matchup. I like discarding, and the Pro White is going to be very useful here. Engineered on 1 could be very nice to get rid of quite a few things. Definitely a consideration as well. Not a bunch of them, maybe 1 or 2. I don't know if I need the Assassin's Trophy, but we can consider one. 100 renter. All right, do we want... I can probably cut a Lurrus. Although we will be throwing creatures in, Voidwalker plus Tourach won't go to the bin. It would be Tarmogoyf, Dark Confidant, or Ignoble. And so it's actually making me think I should just take all the Lurruses out here. Because although it's nice to rebuy an Ignoble Hierarch, a lot of what my opponent's probably going to do is exile it. It could block. I mean, like, this just makes me think, okay, and then you just bring these in, and I probably can, like, make an effort to get 1 Assassin's Trophy in if I wanted to. Because killing Solitude is a little bit rough. Do we need all the endurances? They do have flying creatures. It might be enough. I mean, the Grist kills quite a few creatures, too. Is the Assassin's Trophy 2 overkill? Do I want Force of Vigor Survival? I think Engineered Explosives is going to play that role, and then Engineered Explosives picks up any 1-drops as well. Endurance blocks the aerial creatures. The Lurrus just rebuys pretty much probably Tarmogoyf. Because this, they have to exile, and then this is pro-white. I would rebuy a Dark Confidant. I think the endurance is just better. It's a bigger body, too, a 3/4. Attacks and blocks better. Yeah, don't do this Assassin's Trophy. Maybe it's just extra. We know what we're playing against, too. That helps. Cool. I have tons of removal for flyers. Yeah, but I gotta remove a little bit more than the flyers, probably. Sanctifier is kind of frustrating. There's Cauldron Complete. There's Giver again as well. White Prison wasn't too bad. Did 2-3 in some close games. Inside MTG, thanks for the raid. What's up? I am Trulin and Mr. Gray Fox. We're playing some Rock Lurrus. It's a donation list, and we're deciding what to take here. I feel like because I have a bunch of 2-drops, I just steal the 2/2-drops. And I just ignore this Archon again. Because I can put an Engineered on 1 and pop it or something. It's decent. Just starting out. See how it goes. The Fatal Push isn't bad here. Let's lead with Thoughtseize. I think it's just Sanctifier, right? Or do I just take the Cauldron? Fear of the Cauldron. Thanks. I hope your stream went well. We live, we learn. The Sanctifier is just so hard for us to kill, but I mean, I have the Engineer that could do it. Where's Lutri? That was last night. No fear. Take the Sanctifier then. All right, took the Sanctifier. That was the no fear play. Let's hold on to EE for a turn. I mean, I could get Voidwalker down and eventually get them to, you know, give up the Cauldron. All right, let's just do this. Pass turn. Pass turn. We might have to kill the Archon that's in the sky. Tap Twilight Mire. You get to attack. I'm gonna pass back here. I think we can wait on this Fatal Push. We're only getting one spell a turn anyway. See what else they play. Probably have to kill the Giver, obviously. That's a problem. That's a bit of a problem. Since Caldra's over here. Land and we Tourach. Spin the world. Had to be a basic too. So we play Voidwalker here. I don't like where this is going. It depends, I guess, what they're going to put into play here. I could see them just putting sword in and then attach. So that's like not the worst case scenario for us. This is 6 and then 6. And depending on what we get, we could get Cauldra with the Voidwalker. Oh, they're going to shoot Voidwalker. Okay, it's not 6 to me at least. Plays a land, and they play Giver. Okay. So... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if the math works out here, but cast with Kicker. Keep the one that's in play. And I think we just have to defend now, right? At least we got everything out of hand. No, because they can just get protection. I don't know what we're going to do here. This up here in the sky is the problem now. I need a Fatal Push. Even Fatal Push doesn't work because of the Giver. Sanctifier's pretty good. Got to grow Tourach, but I have no way to defend against the Archon. We don't have enough to kill flyers. All right. We had a good line there with the Voidwalker, and we were gonna try to get Cauldra complete, but didn't work out for us. EE on 2 doesn't do anything. They hit me for 3 in the air, or 6 in the air. We were very much dead there. Very much dead. Yeah, it costs 2 to come into play because of the Stoneforge. Giver, Stoneforge, Giver, Stoneforge was some of the plays there. It's not a very good start for the league. That's okay. Put it behind us. We'll continue forward. I don't know why they decided to drain it, other than they saw Lurrus. See, we cut Lurrus, and then they had a dead card. Still thought this was the best card, and it was. Just didn't happen to show up. Archon got us kind of both games a little bit. And Giver protecting, not having maybe enough removal. Maybe I should have brought the 2 Assassin's Trophies in. EE was there, and 1 and 2s were optional for it. It just didn't line up very well for us. Maybe I was supposed to put the E on 2. I mean, then they like play really weird to get the Stoneforge down. All right. All good, all good. 1 down, 4 to go. You don't like the Tarmogoyf against them? We brought in the Tourach and 2 engineered explosives. I could have brought in 2 more Assassin's trophies and another engineered explosives if we took some of the Tarmogoyfs out. Probably wouldn't have been a bad idea. All right. Lurrus opponent. And we have a interesting hand. We'll keep. Depends on what variation of Lurrus it is. Burn, mill, hammer, red, black. Could be any of those. Wooded foothills. I guess like Jund would be my guess. Overgrown tomb tapped. All right, so it appears we're against burn. So I probably don't want to play the Dark Confidant. I don't know. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. How lucky do we feel? I'm glad I have Weather the Storm, by the way. All right. There's an Inquisition. I feel like Overgrown Tomb tapped here and then just Inquisition. Take the kind of 2/4 off. Try to take a burn spell that's pretty nasty, like Boros Charm. I can take Searing Blaze. I actually don't hate that. I also don't hate taking just Skewer here. Maybe I take Skewer. I know that if we play Endurance, they do the Eidolon and then they Searing Blaze, but Skewer goes face, and right now Searing Blaze, I guess, doesn't. I don't think there's a world where I'm gonna get to not have Searing Blaze hurt me, so I guess I'd rather that. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Searing Blaze. I could like see a top deck Liliana and down tick here, and that would kill this. Cantrip's a Sunbaked Canyon. Attacks for 2. Down to 13. Okay. I'm gonna flash in an Endurance and try to kill the Eidolon. They'll have the Searing Blaze, obviously, and then we can work with Voidwalker, perhaps. Last 2 damage we should be taking here. Man, it doesn't really matter. I don't want them to have more burn spells. It always feels a little funny. I guess I don't have to. Up to 1 target. I guess I don't have to. Searing Blaze. This is where I get punished, right? Because I opted to take the Skewer because it hit face. And now they have... I mean, this Bolt doesn't... Okay. 6. I need like a Fatal Push. Sure, let's start Confidant past turn. It's a blocker. This is definitely one of the matchups I'm worried about. I'm glad I have a Weather the Storm in the sideboard. Naturally, we do kind of take a lot of damage. All right. So, Scavenging Ooze could potentially come in for some life gain. Weather the Storm is coming in. EE is a low the ground removal spell. I think Dark Confidants come out. I think Thought Seizes can come out too. That's 5. I could look at these 5. This is a no. I could make them discard more, and the Voidwalker's a little less interesting. Because the Voidwalker's attacking for 3, it's not using the spells that my opponent has, probably. Something like this. It's EE or Assassin's Trophy. Maybe I do just Assassin's Trophy. It gives them lands. Is that really that important, though? Three mana gain 12 life? What? I don't think that's quite like that. I'm going to do Engineer because it would combo with Weather the Storm, too. Was a joke. That's fine. Bolt. Name Bolt. They bolt me twice. Oh, no. Ooh. Okay. Keep. Interesting array of creatures here. We can use Liliana. Maybe start using some Scoozes and gaining some life. Get out of range of bolts. Kind of an interesting hand here, but it does gain life, and that is important. And we don't have to take too much here in the beginning. I might be leading with Liliana, honestly. See if they got a hasty creature. Rift Bolts. You got it. Pass back. I would like to see an Eidolon, and I downtick the Liliana on the Eidolon. That'd be good. Would be happy. All right, down to 17. Fiery Islet. Are they joining me at 17? There's the Eidolon. I asked for it. All right, let's go ahead and kill it. I take 2. Sweet. Looking pretty decent so far. Endurance is a nice blocker. Swifty. And a Lava Spike. I think they're going to ignore the Liliana. We'll see, though. They do not. All right. Liliana down. Well, I do like Tourach here. And then if they kill the Tourach or if I have them discard another creature, the Scavenging Ooze is starting to get to the point where it would eat like a lot of things. Scavenging Ooze right now only eats one thing. Now, I do take 1 to do this, but removing 2 spells is probably good. Oh yeah, they probably do have all spells, right? Because they didn't play a land. Yeah, let's do this. This has got to saving me about 4 or 5 damage, probably. I had to take 1, so... That's got to save me some points here. Searing Blaze. I love it. Great cards to see here. Got a 4/3 as a blocker now. Love to see it. If there's any world where we lose this, then there will be 2 creatures in the graveyard, and I could get a Scavenging Ooze up to 4. I'd only gain 1 if I did it, though. I will block. Oh, nothing here. Eidolons. Okay. Inquisition. I mean, it's almost guaranteed to grab a spell. That'd make it a 5/4. I would go down to 9. I go down to 6 if I brought Endurance in to block the Eidolon. Wonder if I'm just supposed to wait here. Wait, maybe throw in an Endurance if they attack. Man, if they don't attack, though, it gets really weird really fast. Eidolon just does so much damage here. Wonder what happens if I attack here. Would they double block? That seems crazy if they would. But if I attack as well and I don't have a blocker, maybe I attack and then I plan to Endurance to block. Yeah, it's probably attack, pass, and maybe use Endurance as a blocker on the Eidolon. Maybe I use Endurance as a blocker on the Swift Spear. Because I want the Eidolon to kind of stay around, right? So they're going to attack back. They're going to hit me for 3. We could Hydra. That's true, we could. I feel like I'm meant to block here. If I take 4 here, I go to 7. 5, 4, 7 back at them. I feel like it's Endurance block, but leave the Eidolon maybe. If I don't, I go to 8 right now. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. If they have like bolt. If I do this, I take 4, 7, and then bolt, I go to 1. But am I blocking? I think I'm doing this, but I'm blocking what? Swift Spear here? Because it's potentially lethal. Here, I want my Liliana back. Give me my Liliana later. Okay, they're reacting here. We have a Helix me. a high chance of a spell over there. They're at 11. I think I block like this. I'm going to leave an idol on here. We have 4. Inquisition them. This grows to 5. That's 8. Nine, 10. It's not lethal. That's what I'm thinking, right? I've gotta activate this, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So activate this. For 2, 6, 9, and swing. I have to get them to 2 life and not me below. There we go. That should be enough. Cool. Very close game. We didn't even play the Scavenging Oozes out. Dang it. Okay, that worked. We gotta do it again. So, who's not needed? Clearly bad card. So Tourach did well, discarding. Voidwalkers are hit or miss. Anyway. Obviously, Tarmogoyf would be better. Bigger creature. I still think EE on 1 could be very useful. I don't want to do the Assassin's Trophy. I mean, I think it's just run it back. They're going to be on the play. It's just going to be a very tight game. It's going to be like that. We have to put on our thinking caps. All right, Fatal Push isn't bad. I like an Inquisition. This did well. Our green. Don't like the Peatland. I don't hate the hand. I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it. Maybe they'll do Riftbolt again. Aha, Riftbolt. All right, I guess we'll lead with a Inquisition. Oh. Oh, Scavenging Ooze. All right. Riftbolt, Helix, Lightning Bolt. I mean, I don't want them to gain life, right? The rest of this kind of does all the same stuff. I know the bolt's more efficient, but I don't want them to gain life, so we'll just take it that way. Down to 17. Wooded Foothills. Fetch. Mountain. Riftbolt suspended. Holds bolt. Alright. I think we take 1 turn off here with the Tarmogoyf, because it's only a 3/4. I don't want them to Riftbolt and bolt it. I don't think. Maybe I'm supposed to. And then they just send everything at the Tarmogoyf, and then I grow big scoos. Think. Maybe I want this. Because we know it's bolt and something else. Ooh. Sacrifice the Goyf, make scoos relevant. Yes. I'm reconsidering this. I think Tarmogoyf does go into play. Let's put him into play. Yeah, we're very happy if they use 2 to kill. Yeah, I want them to throw spells. They're going to ignore Goyf. They're going to be like, no, Bolt, bolt your face. Skewer, skewer, you're dead. Bolt's my face. Obviously. Inspiring Vantage, so we know Fiery Eyelet and Lightning Bolt. Okay. Attack for 3. I think I play Grist. Bolts me. We know it's Fiery Eyelet and something else. So it's scary, but not. All right, I'm at 8. 8. Make a creature. Pass the turn. Okay, Fiery Eyelet and something else. Maybe they'll put Lurrus to hand and get rid of it. Cycles. Okay, they're not putting Lurrus to hand. But I can Tourach the hand away. 1 Rift Bolt suspended and an unknown card. My own Lurrus. Bum 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 bum. So we're going to 5. 4 if I use the peat lands. I think I'm supposed to put Lurrus down here. Double Grist, let's start there. I think this is Lurrus, right? Lurrus, and then if they can't finish me next turn. So if I put Peatland down, all right, I go to 7, the Rift Bolt goes off. If they happen to have a spell that they can rip like Lightning Bolt here, I'm going really low. So let's assume it is Bolt. That's probably the worst thing for us. If it's exactly Bolt, then this and that. If it's a Boros Charm, though, they'll need a spell off the top. And if I use Dread Cantor to get rid of said Boros Charm, I'm putting myself in Boros Charm range. So the Lurrus is probably just better here. It's got to be better, right? It will just start gaining me life. I think it's Lurrus. I think it's Lurrus and just hope that it's like a 2-mana spell and they rip another 2-mana spell. We can even get Voidwalker next turn for funsies if we wanted to. It would shrink away. All right, we're going to 5. They did not spell. They did not spell there. Could be a skewer. Bolt me, I assume. Okay, 5. 2 cards. What do you got? Land. That's really good. Cycles. Need 2 1-mana spells. Oh, shoot. They fired one off. Don't be skewer. Don't do it. Woo! Oh. Making my heart go there, opponent. Close one. Close one. Woo! Yep. Agreed. We had to fade the turn. Woo, that was scary. That was a very close game. Oh, imagine if Lurrus was Weather the Storm there, though. Easy peasy, right? All right. Woo, we take down Burn. Barely, though. Just. It's a very close game. Pins and needles there with the peatlands and all. Have enough burn in your meta. Maybe take a peatland out and get something a little less painful. Let's find match 3 here. We got match 3, 4 and 5 to go. Playing this rock list donation from Nebenes. What is it? Embenitus. That's what we're going with. Embenitus. Embenitus. It's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. I'm so bad with names and pronunciations. Games have been pretty good tonight. Pretty good. I have not been disappointed in the matchups. They've been, I feel like we've been relatively sound mind here. Bogdan Levin is our opponent. Making good decisions. Let's keep it up. Nice. Rebirth and Phyrexian Obliterate again. Woo! We'll mulligan the no-lander. Okay, we can work with this. No companion from our opponent. They mold to 5. Moles to 5. What are we against? Tron? I could pitch a land here, right? I got Ignoble. Get rid of this Overgrown too. Okay. We got Ignoble. If not, we got Dark Confidant to follow up. Keeps the Fatal Push in case they're something that just failed to find a few lands. I kind of hope it's not Tron. I feel like Tron would be a very difficult matchup. All right, it's not Tron. It's something worse. All right, I need to steal their hand ASAP. Do we have anything for Belcher? Assassin's Trophies to be Stone Rains, Tourach to do this, Necromentia. All right, we know what's up. I think our big play here is playing Dark Confidant and trying to draw to something that kills them. And by kills, I mean their hand. This land should be in play, shouldn't it? So I'll have to find a land plus like Tourach. But they might have just Belcher. And I don't have an answer for Belcher, so I guess no real big punishment there. We did find the land. We find the Voidwalker, but opponent's going to belch me away. Go ahead, opponent. All right, so we found Belcher twice tonight. This league and last league. Yeah, we're just going to have to deal with Belcher. Okay. Belcher. Begin the sideboards. All right, so Assassin's Trophies definitely come in. We can Tourach. Play blue and black. Necromentia is probably coming in. All right, so what's not good? Fatal Push isn't very good. Probably not Endurances. I could keep the Endurances and go no Lurrus, and the idea of bringing a Force of Vigor in case they do the Strike It Rich whole plan. I doubt whether the Storm would give me enough life unless they had to really super combo out. So I think this is just what it's going to have to be, something like this. We gotta either make them discard, stall them a little bit with maybe Assassin's Trophy or Necromentia, the Belcher. So we're really not playing in range here. We're playing, can I stop you before you combo kill me? Which I guess is the whole deal. Keep Fatal Push for Magus of the Moon. I have Assassin's Trophy in case they really did that to me. I'm going to go with this. I think if they Magus me, we probably gave them too many turns anyway. We need discard. We almost don't even need the Force of Vigor. We need it as like a backup. This hand sucks. We can't put a Tarmogoyf out and then just watch them Iron Crag me and kill me. Mulligan. This is close. Just, you know, it needs lands. Mulligan this one too. All right. I'll keep this because I have a Thoughtseize. Get rid of Grist, get rid of a Twilight Mire. All right, Thoughtseize not very good here anymore. Oops. Well, this may not be good. Wow, Spike Fields are Noble Hierarch too. Ignoble Hierarch. Excuse me. Dark Confidant. All right, well, we do have Force of Vigor. We can pitch an Endurance and then Thoughtseize. Opponent did use Spike, and that is a land. Getting rid of my Ignoble. Maybe they need a few more turns. The answer is probably nope. Give me something good, Dark Confidant. Well, you're close. Attack, pass turn. We're going to hold all the cards here, all the peatlands here, because we need... I guess realistically, we need to just draw Tourach off the top. Dark Confidant trigger. Extra Endurance. Attack for 2. Maybe I look for an Assassin's Trophy here. We're going deep here. Going all the way with Dark Confidants. Gotta look for the answers. Don't have the combo, please. All right, no combo. Take some damage. Oh, Liliana's a little rough. Oh my gosh, I didn't even hit a land. So this takes them to 9. It's a 3/4 Tarmogoyf. Just play Ignoble plus Tarmogoyf, maybe. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not enough. All right, Tarmogoyf down here. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Ignoble too. This is just so I have like the most amount of mana next turn. I don't know, they didn't combo kill me last time. I'm not like saving my life here. Obviously double Dark Confidant's a little bit risky here. I don't have anything that hastes in, obviously. I could play a Liliana for free and down tick on myself to get rid of a Dark Confidant. Strike it rich. Okay. Did I bring EE in? I did not. EE on 0 would be funny. Double trigger. Necromentia and Grist as I descend to doom here. Necromentia pretty much guarantees that at minimum I would at least get another turn, but I'd have to have the best ever turn here. Can I Inquisition myself in any fashion here? We have an instant land. I can get a creature, planeswalker, and a sorcery. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have lethal. So endurance away, whatever. I think I have enough. Just endurance away, endurance. Inquisition, Grist. No target, obviously. First time, no target, by the way. Inquisition. myself. Inquisition can target player. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Winning? Am I winning? This is pretty cool if it works. Attempting to win? All right, they draw a card. I respect that. Gotta look for their outs. Combat. Ho, 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 ho. We're moving on to game 3. Check that out. They got to see Necromentia, unfortunately, but hey, you know, we got there. Extra 4 seems like a nice one to have now. I feel like Voidwalker's just bad. And then oh, that's true. That's true. It's also, that's right. You're right. It's a creature as well. Well, we gave it extra love. We gave it extra love. I can't see anything else. The absolute only thing I could see is if we had to somehow avoid, like, they played Pact of Negation, and that was to protect me going after something, and then they went off and I could block, and then I'd have to kill Belcher again. Anyway. I kind of want an EE in for 0 for all the treasure tokens. Maybe that's a little better than 1 Voidwalker, just as like an extra out. Because I'm on the draw, and if they kind of do that as their ramp, then, you know. All right, I like the hand here, Necromentia. If they don't have the ley line, we get to go peeking. And yeah, I'm good with this, so. Oh. I know most play Pact. The problem is that they'd have to cast the Pact for the Veil to even be worth it. All right, what do we got here? We have Belcher, which I will be taking. No Belcher for you, opponent. Turn Timber, Spike, and... All right. Good start. I could Assassin's Trophy them here. Or I can play Tarmogoyf. I think I hold the Assassin's Trophy on big chance that my opponent could get Belcher and try to play it, and then they can't immediately use it. There's Turn Timber. All right, we hit our 3rd land here. The obvious play here is Necromentia. Goblin Charbelcher. Nom 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 nom. All right, do they have another win condition? That is the big question. They did bring Veils in. That's rough. All right, we see a Magus over here. Furies. There's some nasty Furies. Okay. So really just Fury and a Magus of the Moon. You got it, opponent. Okay. We can manage those. Was there Ascension in there too? That's fine. I no fear that. Oh, snap. They top deck Magus. They top deck the Magus. How brutal. How brutal. I just had to untap and then I was golden. Okay. I want this to be in the graveyard, but I can't get it there easily. I could put a creature in the graveyard. If I put a creature, this becomes a 3/4. It's faster. Because I'm not casting the Endurance. It's impossible for me to cast. 3's faster. And if I get a green source here, I want to play Grist or Assassin's Trophy. All right, well, we'll see how I race good old Magus of the Moon here. 5 turns. Maybe 6 because they could block. Pass turn. Luckily, I have the swamp. Swamp doing things. Inquisition or Thoughtseize lets me put a Planeswalker in the yard. Trying to dodge a Fury. I believe they had 3. 3 or 4. Uh-oh. Metamorphose gives them green mana. We cross the paths. Put some Furies on top. Uh-oh. I was fine. Just dodged 1 turn and they top decked the 1 of. That's 5 mana. They found Fury. Dang it. Ha-ha! Tarmogoyf lives. Now they spike it. Okay, they didn't spike it. Okay. This doesn't have any targets right now. All right, well, 4/5 here. It's gonna trade with the Fury. Not a whole lot I can do, though. I guess I have to defend rather than attack, because if I attack, they just swing back at me for 8. Where's that 1 of Forest? This is so fitting on our stream to lose the Blood Moon. Come on, with that Magus too. All right, I think I've got a block here. I've got some creatures that could be put on with a swamp, so not that one. All right, come on. Looking for a basic. Dark Confidant would be okay right now too at this point, although it's getting worse and worse as we go. I mean, I can put Grist to the yard now. Let's take a peek at what's going on. Infernal Plunge and Rituals. Here, I'll take a Ritual from you, opponent. Come on. Where's my answer? Down to 7. Oh, if only it was a forest. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Down to 5. I'm going down to 3. Green, 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 green. I can get rid of Belcher again. Green. Green. All right, opponent top decks the Magus the Moon. We do get rid of the Belcher and never find the light of day. A sad way to win, or a sad way to lose. A sad way to lose indeed. Let's go. Match number 4 coming up here. Gotta even out to 2-2. The Thoughtseize took the Belcher and then the Necromentia. I didn't have the Verdant Catacombs yet, did I? I couldn't have fetched for the green source. Can't believe it. We even had someone go, keep the Fatal Pushes in for Magus. And then what's happening? Magus. All right. New opponent. Lurrus. Got 2 lands. Voidwalker. Tourach. Opponent starting with a bobble. Our Marshmallow chess player is 0-2. Polluted Delta. Grixis. Blood Crypt. Bobble. Thoughtseize. You got it. Steal my cards. Voidwalker is no more. We draw a card. The card is Verdant Catacombs. Pass turn. We're going to have to deal with Ragavan here. It's time for some Ragavans. Steam Vents. Very Grixis of them. Alright, Expressive Iteration. I think it's safe to get an Overgrown Tomb against an opponent like this. Now, do I wait on Tourach to try to get it all the way up to 4 so I can make them lose some spells? Or do I play it here on 2? Well, that answered it. Let's go get a swamp here. Tarmogoyf. It's a nice solid 4/5. Probably Grist next. Liliana's great here too. Liliana killing Death Shadows would be very nice. They do the Bloodstained Mire thing, but no follow-up yet. Unholy Heats. Pow. For 2 damage. Pow. We win. Okay. Scavenger News would keep the graveyard in check for stuff like that. Could be useful. Also keeps Lurrus in check. Kind of like the engineered explosives. 1s and 2s are very important. Don't mind Assassin's Trophies either. Wouldn't hate Veil of Summer for Thoughtseizes, but I think I'm going to leave them off to the side. Alright, these are the things I want. At least initially, this is what I want. Fatal Push looks good. Inquisition Thoughtseize are okay. Dark Confidant's going to get killed by quite a few things. That might be the first thing I want to take out. Take out 1 Endurance. Bring in 2 Scoos to the 1 Endurance. What else? What else? What else? Kind of like everything else. Kind of like everything else. I want to be able to kill their creatures and then deal with them in the graveyard. Play a longer game here, probably. Just need to not die to very, like, big Death Shadow. But we have good stuff against that. It's funny, if we were to play Tarmogoyf out and have the Endurance instead of Scavenging Ooze, we could, like, get him with a Unholy Heat and protect our Goyf, maybe. Depends on how many things we have in our graveyard. I could drop an Ignoble. I could see that. Do we have another drop, or am I going a little crazy with what I'm bringing in? Grist is probably really good in this matchup. Creates a wall of creatures over time. Kills stuff. How about I do one Scavenging Ooze? Tourach subpar? I could do that. Bring the Skoos back in, or the Endurance. Let's do an Endurance. I could see that because they're not white. They're not playing Solitudes. They're not playing Prismatics. Unholy Heat really does blast it off the face of the earth. Okay. Keep a fun one here. Play against Darcy or Ragavan. Okay. I am not going to block here. I'm going to try to keep the ignoble. Oh. Oh. They could play my Lurrus. Well, that would be awkward. That would be awkward. Don't do that. That'd be like a free Lurrus for them. Thoughtseize me. I have two answers to Monkey here. I'm kind of glad they're not playing the Lurrus. Them playing the Lurrus would have been rough. That being said, this is one Lurrus, this is two Lurrus. I only have one Lurrus left. What a Lurrus day it is. Makes red here, kills ignoble. All right. Did they only have one land? It was only one land. It's Inquisition. Wow. So we have Bolt, Expressive, Drown, Darcy. Yeah, they all are kind of scary. I'm going to take the Drown here because they are going to connect with me, and I have 3-4 cards. They don't have to do anything there, and they know my hand. This gives me at least a, well, I was going to say a down tick with one of these, but I think Grist is going here. They can attack, put Darcy down, and then the Liliana's not that scary. So, goodbye, Grist. It was fun knowing you. Our hand's getting torn up here, and we're getting beaten down by the little monkey. Little monkey damages. Goodbye, Grist. In for 2. They could just Inquisition the Liliana away. I don't lose to monkey. I lose to everything the monkey finds. Just Inquisition it. Force me to top deck. Let's go. There you go. Good job. Good job. All right, top of the library. Let's go. There we go. Inquisition's cheap. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's had several printings. All right, well, I think Monkey's got to die here. Even though they want to connect, I'd rather them just play Darcy and not have a land. They seem to be hurting on that front. Here we go. Can I hit the bolt? Can I get rid of that bolt, please? Ah, bolt's gone. All right, they have an expressive iteration in hand. We're battling back. Mishra's Bauble. They are looking for a land. Mishra's Bauble does give this a 3/3, though. It's not good for us. In for 3. I'm attacking back for 4, but we're not really racing, right? This isn't a race. Bauble trigger. I get to take the expressive. I'm going to go ahead and cycle this, look for a fatal push. Perfect. It's perfect. Stop that. Sorry. I'll stop. In for 5, pass the turn. If they fetch, they're almost dead. Down to 5. Watery Grave. Don't find Death Shadow. Land. Don't find Death Shadow. Yes. Ooh, we would have had the way to get around it. All right. 2-2. Final match. Might have just like willed my opponent's death into existence there. might have done. Oh, look at Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf's Raven over here. Isn't that kind of funny? Wow, that was a hot call with the Peatland. 3-2 the meme. Nah, 3-2 the dream. I'll take a 3-2 tonight. That would be good. Back on track. That's the direction. Up, 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 and away. Hopefully everyone's enjoying themselves. This is a donation list this night. We do play those donation lists on Wednesday. And typically we're playing Red Prison, so if you want, hit that follow button. Get the notification when we go live. We play Modern. And that's my plug. That's it. Let's get the win. Simple. For Benitus, right? And Benitus. We got this. It's going to be the win. The win for them. Rave. Rave, Tarmogoyf. Rave. Tarmogoyf is sending energy to us. Weather Storms for burn. Which apparently we didn't need, and we didn't need the Scoozes either. We just played an excessively close game against them. So if it's excessively close, if you can just grab the one Weather the Storm at one point during the game, I think you have a really good chance of winning that one. Razdan 08. Let's play. Okay. Decent hand. Little Fetch Shock. Ignoble. Get the Voidwalker down. Maybe find Inquisition to follow it up. Maybe we play Grist. Maybe it's turn 2 Grist here. And away we go. And away we go. Wonder what Razdan 08 is on. City of Brass. That's not good. City of Brass. Ad nauseum? I haven't seen ad nauseum in a long time. Can't be that, can it? Dredge? I feel like I'm just playing Voidwalker and Ignoble. I don't think I have much other option, quite honestly. Maybe it's Living In. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the City of Brass in a long time, so let's see what happens. Got the Voidwalker in play. I can play another one as a backup if I need to. I need more. Dark Blasts. Okay, it shrinks it some, but not all the way. Oh my gosh, it's Dredge. Do I have a really good matchup against Dredge? I would feel so good if I do. I hate playing against Dredge. It's Red Prison's nightmare. And here we are. We've got the Voidwalker. Oh, I'm feeling good. We got so many endurances. I'm ready for this matchup. They didn't read the card, no. All right, what do we want for Dredge? Scavenging News? That's it? That's all we want? Insomnia? I hope you get some sleep. Take one Lurrus out for the Scavenging News and then something else. How about a Dark Confidant? I don't think I need any of this other stuff, right? We're gonna find Voidwalkers and Endurances. We're bringing in 2 green cards. That's always good. I don't think I want Veil. No. Let's go. Let's go. There's an Endurance. Is that enough? You don't hate Necron Amalgam? Race? Turn 3 Endurance. We probably can do better, right? I've got 4 Voidwalkers and 3 Endurances. This is probably a mull. We can do better. Mulligan. Opponent mold too. Inquisition's a little funny into them. What if we believe in the heart of the cards here? What if we believe? I'm going to send back Tourach. Kind of want to send back Tourach. Because that kind of random discard's kind of scaring me. I kind of like my lands. Audio Tutu, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Like, this is probably like an Inquisition first kind of hand. I know it seems a little odd, but I think I want to do this to get rid of like Cathartic or something like that. Hey, look, Cathartic. Bam, reading my opponent like a book. Like a book. Look at them stinkies. That's a stinky hand. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What just happened? What just happened? What? Just get rid of the hand. I hate the hand. Oh my gosh. Can I get an Endurance? Look at that. Look at that graveyard. Holy crap. Thoughtseize bug confirmed? Perhaps, perhaps. I called it. and then they topped it. Yep, prismatic endings in here. There's some dark blasts. Creeping chills, as always. We got otherworldly gazes. Thrilling discovery. That was the other card I was looking for. Cathartic or thrilling. There's a prized amalgam hiding down here. 2 mana. Now what do we top deck? What are you going to ruin me with now, opponent? Joke's on you. I've got so much mana. Oh, that's right. There was an ox down here. And a prized amalgam now comes into play. Well, we can shoot something. 2 Necros in. This is all happening on their turn 3. I'm chuckling because I think I'm dead. This can flag too. I'm at 8. I'm at 8 on turn 3. It's pretty good. Silver Smote's over here too. I think I'm dead. Dredge makes you nervous. All right, we got to win it in game 3. You think 2 Lilies out? And Necromencia's in? Like, should I just bring the Dark Confidant back in? Get that 2-3. Oh no, or get that 3-2. Sideboard Damnation. I know, right? I mean, I'm good with this. We need the pieces. We need the Voidwalkers, Endurances, and Scavenging Oozes. Let's look for those. So close. We have an Urborg, so any land works. Do I risk it all here in the final game? I mean, I'm supposed to mull this, right? Man, if I got it like an overgrown tomb off the top. I know. I'm supposed to ship it. No one-landers. We all want to keep this. We want to see what that next card is. We want to know if we would have just, like, had the nuts. We're going to mulligan it because there's a chance for a 3-2, and I think we've got a good matchup here. Okay. Ditch the Fatal Push, go for a Thoughtseize. Hope we can get to the Endurance in time. Do I even do the Thoughtseize here? I mean, I'm getting rid of the Fatal Push. Pretty confident on that. Oh, well, they played a Gemstone Cavern, so I think I do Thoughtseize now. Necromancy is okay. All right, I do think I Thoughtseize here. Risky, I know, but Gemstone 2-drop just wrecks me. Otherworldly. Prized Amalgam was the idea of Necromencia. Or Conflag, either one. Blackleaf Cliffs. Okay, it's not too scary. Thrilling, Prized, and a Dark Blast. Guess I take Thrilling here. Okay. Here they come with the Thrilling Discovery off the top. Oh, all right. We live for a turn. Tarmogoyf is probably a no-go here, and it also lets me pitch the Endurance in a pinch here. There's Otherworldly again. They were going to flashback. There's a Stinkweed. City of Brass. Nothing else, really. So I let the Stinkweed happen, right? And then I'm going to Endurance. If they totally whiff here, then I can hardcast Endurance. Well, it's not a whiff, but it's not too scary. Nothing of true value down there. Okay, that's good. I'll let them go Stinkweed again, right? Roll again, opponent. There it is. We interact with this. I know they have this Dark Blast, but this has a few too many prized amalgams in here. 3 of them to be exact. And then this next turn I could Necromentia something away. You can search the graveyard as well, so I could name Dark Blast to prevent them from starting back up. Something I could do. Paying a cost for something here. Otherworldly. Gonna set some things up on top of the library. I know they've got some Stinkweeds too. They have 2 Stinkweeds plus Dark Blast and Prize Amalgam and something else. I believe that's their hand. So we're going to get the turn back. I can avoid them getting a token here. Steal the Dark Blast. Double check the hand. Necromentia. Do I want to, like, name Dark Blast here? See, the thing is they set some stuff up off the top, and they're going to dredge 3. I'm going to peek. We have a Prismatic, Dark Blast, and all this stuff. I think I do this, and I just name it to clear it out here. I know what you're saying, but I think this is actually probably the better way. And then they have to me, they have to have, like, lands off the top. And nothing says they had them. And I'm searching, so I kind of mess their top up anyway. Obviously, they have lands that they can hit and stuff, but I've got to, dare I say, hope a little bit, right? You know, maybe I've goofed them up here. We're in the running to find, like, a Voidwalker too. I have a peat land I can crack. We'll see. We'll see. Here we go. All right, they find the Mana Confluence, so we can play Stinkweeds or Prismatic Endings. They play a Stinky. Let's cycle to try to find a Voidwalker. Do not find said Voidwalker. I'm gonna pass. Not gonna start things up yet. I'm gonna give myself a few turns to find that Voidwalker. If I can find that Voidwalker, they don't start back up, and that, to me, that's very important. Game's gotten kind of interesting now. Game's interesting. It's a battle. It's kind of a rough card to see. Conflag's a way to do some stuff. Okay. That's true. That's true. They have the prismatic ending. Maybe I should be going for them instead. I just hate activating the Dredge, right? I could always find another discard spell. Well, we just milled the Thoughtseize. All right, Conflag 4, maybe get rid of the Endurance and put these into the graveyard. That would then make the Voidwalker better. Remember, we have 2 more Endurances. We have what, Scavenging News 2. Very weird game here. All right, Stinkweed and Prized Amalgam here with the token being killed. It's a peatland that I can cycle if I want to. I could also make them discard the last 2 cards here. It's Prismatic Ending plus something else. Then the Voidwalker's better. Let's do it. There we have a Stinkweed down here. Let's get rid of the rest of the hand. I'll probably go ahead and attack now. Maybe I don't. Oh, they had an Otherworldly Gaze. 2 Creeping Chills suddenly show up. That's not great. Golgari Thug. We know they have 2 Creeping Chills on top of the library. This kind of sucks to attack. All right. We lose endurance here. That's fine. Need them to not have anything too big here. So our Necromentia, not naming like Creeping Chill here. It's weird because it would obviously be vastly different cards. An Ox is an extremely good hit here. That might be one of the best hits ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they can't do Ox. Yeah, they can't do Ox. Luckily. So I kind of have like a turn here. This is a tough one. Play Stinkweed from hand. You got it, opponent. Top of the library. There's a Tourach again. Cycle. Just go up. Go for a Fatal Push. Play Tarmogoyf past turn. Saucy Boy, no, I have not. This is a donation list. Don't have much more knowledge about rock than donation. So Ox with 2 prized amalgams here. I think that I made this game slip away much easier than I was supposed to, didn't I, Last God? I went for the big play. Tourach grows a little bit here. It's kind of interesting. You have some Narcomoebas. If I drew an Endurance, though, I could kill like the Ox and then Endurance away a lot of the graveyard. And I have blockers because my graveyard's stacked full of all kinds of goodies at this point. Yeah, I see the 3 flyers. All right, let's sacrifice an insect here. Let's kill Ox, and then Necromancy away the Ox. But I don't know if this is really getting me anywhere. They could just Creeping Chill me out of the game, can't they? I have 2 Creeping Chills. If I name Creeping Chill here, it prevents 6 damage to me, which is definitely enough that could kill me. I'm going to name the Ox. All right, what do we have? 2 Creeping Chills. And that's kind of about it. So if we can like feign right here for a turn, I can top deck Endurance, we might be okay. I know I'm going to 5, but with Grist here. All right, no Creeping Chills. Step 1. Don't get chilled. I assume combat's happening. Kind of assume they're attacking with everything, but maybe they're not. Block like this. Yeah, block like this. Okay. Now what? Stinkweed in the air. Endurance. Endurance. Grist. Cast with kicker. Good game? Probably. Sacrifice and kill this stinkweed. Attack for 4. Pass turn. Yeah, I don't know how I get out of this. They miss total whiff. Let's just say Grist down tick, kill one of these, endurance, and be okay. There's stinkweed. Hit me for 3. I'm down to 2. They only attack with 2. Interesting. Down to 3. Come on, endurance. No endurance. So up with Grist. Attack. They have to block for me to have a chance here. They have lethal next turn. I know they do. Let me see if they'll block anything here for me. I do block. Tarmogoyf dead. Go up with this, Grist. Went over a layer. Play new Grist. Keep new Grist. Down tick with new Grist. Sacrificing insect token. Killing stinkweed. What a slog. It's still what a slog. There's the creeping chill. They found it. It's funny that we took out one of the endurances too when we went into the whole deck building. Where was it? Oh, it's not going to let us know. Not going to let us know. It's somewhere in there. 2-3. 2-3. Dredge takes us down. Very close matchups all the way around. I don't know. Maybe in that last one, we're supposed to just go a lot more into trying to find exactly Voidwalker. We did have an endurance, and maybe we just didn't fire it off. We had the Necromentia. Although Prize Amalgam wasn't much. It was the Creeping Chills that really hurt us there. It was a fun list, though. A green-black rock list here from the Benetius. 1 of 9 graveyard pieces. Yeah, that's true. 1 of 9, and we were almost halfway through our library. Yeah, we saw one of the endurances. If we could have just found an endurance there at the very end when the creeping chill came off, then we prevent the creeping chill and then we block. They have to have another land. They're probably drawing the well, they play like stinkweed or something. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. The list is pretty good though. Obviously we took 1 endurance out of the sideboard. And we brought in the Force of Vigors, which happened to be okay against the Belcher list. And we didn't see the Weather the Storm. That would have been pretty nifty against Burn, but we ended up actually beating Burn. So maybe the Weather Storm, hit or miss, whether you want that or not. I haven't seen Dredge a lot. I expected more of those cheer lists, the Hammer Times, the Murktide lists, Yawgmoth combo. I wouldn't have been surprised to see things like that. And so I think I'm pretty confident in the few things that we did end up changing, but didn't quite line up for us, unfortunately. We did beat the Lurrus list that they kind of got stuck on their land. We were able to remove the monkey and play from there, but Tarmogoyf was hitting hard. Didn't see too many prismatic endings or solitudes, which probably benefited Tarmogoyf there. It didn't benefit Tourach. We did see him, I guess, match 1 when we saw solitudes in the taxes list and all that. The Tourach, though, would eat those for lunch. So cool to have the 4th one here. I think I got ahead of myself. I got really excited because we actually had a lot of graveyard hate, and it was just disappointing there at the end to have only, like Gray has said, 1 out of 9 effects. And we really just needed 1 more in a way. And I was kept calling for an endurance because I needed the blocker that blocks with reach, but Voidwalker probably would have done just fine too. It's a good list. It was a fun list, though. I like Rock. It's an archetype that I probably need to go check out a little bit more and play a little bit more and get more familiar with it. Maybe we'll get KO Diamonds in next time we're playing something in his neck of the woods. This is your green-black Lurrus rock list here in Modern.